What if the way we raise a child could change their biology, even override genetics? That's the question two psychologists set out to answer in the 1930s through one of the most disturbing experiments in modern science. They weren't just researchers, they were parents. And in 1931, they brought a chimpanzee into their home to raise it alongside their own baby son like a sibling. Winthrop and Luella Kellogg were experts in animal psychology. They had spent years studying intelligence in dolphins, dogs, and monkeys. But this time, they took their research home. They adopted a 7.5-month-old female chimpanzee named Gua. Their son Donald was just 10 months old at the time. From that moment on, the Kelloggs treated Gua exactly like Donald. She wore baby clothes. She drank from a bottle. She slept in a crib. She was bathed, fed, and cuddled just like a human infant. The goal? To see if a chimpanzee raised like a human could develop like one. And the early results were surprising. Gua learned faster than expected. She began walking upright. She used a spoon. She could respond to 20 simple commands, faster than Donald. At times, she even outperformed him in basic tasks. The scientists took daily notes, measuring behavior, reaction speed, learning ability. But cracks were beginning to show. Gua could recognize people by scent and clothing. Donald used facial recognition. By 16 months, Donald started speaking, but Gua never made a single word-like sound. Despite her intelligence, her physiology couldn't keep up. She had reached her limit. But then, something no one expected happened. Gua wasn't the one changing. Donald was. He began mimicking the chimp. He screeched like her. He played like her. He even started walking on all fours. Instead of Gua becoming more human, Donald was becoming more chimpanzee. The line between them had begun to blur. The Kelloggs were horrified. The experiment was supposed to teach Gua to act human. But now their son was regressing. After just 9 months, they shut the project down. Gua was sent to a primate research center in Florida. 1 year later, she died of pneumonia. Donald, meanwhile, grew up, went to medical school, and became a doctor. But at age 42, he died by suicide. To this day, no one knows how deeply the experiment affected him. The experiment sparked outrage and debate. Was it brilliant science, or a dangerous abuse of parental power? Jeffrey Kahn, a bioethicist from Johns Hopkins, said, "You wouldn't expect a dog raised with a child to learn speech. But what happens when the child learns to bark?" Critics argued that raising a child alongside another species was never just an experiment, it was a violation of development itself. What the Kelloggs proved wasn't that chimps can become human, but that humans are deeply shaped by those around them. The way we grow, the way we think, the way we speak, is not just biology. It's mimicry, it's environment, it's nurture. Their experiment left scars on their son, on science, and on our understanding of what it means to be human. This was the story of Donald and Gua, one of the most haunting psychological studies ever attempted. And it left behind one big question. If you raise a chimp like a human, what happens when the human starts acting like a chimp? Brain Mind Crate, dig deeper, think weirder.